try to make way. Well, sometimes I go out by myself as I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I'm painting a picture, but since I come home, man, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over?
Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie.
Watch this. Said Amy, I love you, darling. I love you, darling. You got the whole world singing on. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You ran out of frets, didn't you?
I did. Valerie.
The uke is short.
Valerie.
Well, I'm Jack. This is Alex.
Valerie.
And we're here on the 2.5 Hippies pod.
Valerie.
Trying to bring you some.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Hey.
Dude. That fucking
Sir?
song.
Good stuff.
That motherfucking song has gotta be top 3 most covered, most like played. Like if you're like in like a band, if you have any sort of like musical talent, that song will you will come across that song at some
Of
point.
course. But also, how many great songs have the name Valerie in it?
What's
you got
the other
Steve
one?
Winwood.
I don't know that one.
Valerie.
And did you know that's not even an Amy Winehouse
Valerie.
song? It's by some like band, random some like indie band,
Oh wow.
and they covered it.
You really don't know the Steve Winwood Valerie?
No, I didn't.
That itself was a big hit. And then Eric Prydz, Call on Me, sampled that and brought it way back into relevance again
Oh wow.
in the early 2000s, late
Okay.
90s.
Is it what kind of genre?
Eric Prydz?
No, Steve Winwood.
Steve Winwood? It's like this ballady rock. Dude, honestly, fuck. Like, here, let me fucking play it for you real quick. Like, it's... Dude.
Yeah, speaking of which, I've been on a tear with listening to albums. Let me give you my list of all the albums I've been listening to. Okay, so I'll start with like some of the most recent. So I listened to Kill 'Em All, Fall Out Boy. Kill 'Em All by the first album by Metallica. Then I listened to Ride the Lightning by what's his name? The second album by Metallica. And
Dude, Metallica's so good.
dude, but the first album was interesting, but the second album like was just way better than the first album in my opinion. I'm gonna listen to Master of Puppets at some point.
But. You know who in that vein that I want you to listen to their early stuff is Motorhead.
Yeah, you told me about Motorhead quite a bit.
Motorhead is
Ace of Spades. Is that one of the songs?
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Stay Clean is a sick song.
Mm-hmm. Let me finish it off. Arctic Monkeys' first album, so fucking good. No skips. Excellent album. I was blown away. I listened to it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Not AM. AM's like their mainstream one. That their first album is just like it's punkier. There's a little bit of ska influence. It's like indie. You know how they got big, right? They got big through MySpace. They built their following through social media in the mid 2000s.
Well, you know, MySpace kind of became the music social media platform after it like fell by the wayside.
You know who was the one who initiated that? The Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
You know who else did that too? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, in her early days, you know, it was really hard to market her type of music to like a mainstream radio. She wasn't played on the radios, believe it or not, like in her early days. Do you like she was like country, but like I don't think country really respected her, so she had to make her spread her name through social media and MySpace, and that's exactly how she gained her initial following. It was a pretty authentic way of doing it. Obviously, things are different now. She's more corporate than ever.
She's the hottest thing since sliced bread. Or what? It's kind of tailing off right
Michael
now,
Jackson. Is it because of the tours and how much money he's making from the tours?
I also just think the general public is moving on to other things. Like when something gets that big, it can get old, even for people that are diehard fans.
I mean, look, the last album got pretty rejected. Like it did well commercially, but the internet just tore it apart.
It's too busy, nobody goes there anymore syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know that Yogi Berraism?
I've heard of it. I've heard it be referenced in music.
Well, no, it's mainly to like reference to. I think he's talking about a restaurant, and he goes, "Yeah, it's too busy. Nobody goes there anymore." It's just kind of.
Yeah, you ever heard of Black Moon? It's a underground rap group. It's like if Tribe Called Quest were like Hood. Their sound is very similar. The way they rap is Tribe like, but they're like rapping about street stuff. So it's like dope. But you could make an argument that it's pretty derivative of the Tribe sound. So it's like you're basically listening to the same shit. It just sounds like it copycats. But I think they're super dope. Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. Is it Depeche Mode or Depeche Mode?
It's Depeche Mode. I was just making a joke. Violator. That's the one with Personal Jesus. What's that other one? Enjoy the Silence.
Did you listen to that Cars album?
I have not yet. We'll get to that. 1999 Prince. I'll shout out. I did listen to that. That I did not expect that album. It is like very experimental. I was shocked in how experimental it was, given to how popular it became. Like that was probably the one that made Prince a superstar. Was 1999.
Yeah, but there's a lot of experimental stuff over the ages that breaks through to the mainstream. Like Dark Side of the Moon.
I know.
Like Tame Impala. I'd argue.
I'm used to Prince being like, for me, Prince I thought was like more of a pop star type, like concise, like Michael Jackson. The songs are very, it's not as experimental. It's very tight.
Yes.
Very easy. Prince is a little more challenging.
Of course, yes.
In some ways, like there's a lot of songs here that are like very experimental.
Well, Michael came up in the Motown. Everything was
so
tight.
Prince was in that sound. Prince had the Minneapolis sound. Like it had its own thing.
Yeah.
So
I think Prince was much more musically inclined than Michael by a lot.
That is, I don't think that's entirely fair in regards to him.
Michael couldn't play an instrument.
Yeah, but the genius of him like being able to like make music without playing an instrument and just using his voice and kind of like, I think there's
he relied on others. I think more than Prince relied on others. To make his music.
I agree. Do you know who that chick is who sang in the beginning of 1999? There's a chick, right, who like sings there. Who the fuck is she? I think I looked her up. I completely forgot, but she's like some like background singer who sang with Prince for like years and sang with other people. But dude, she's like, it's like almost a duet, but she's not credited at all. That's another pet peeve of mine is when you hear a singer and they're not credited. It's like
that happens in rap all the time.
I don't like it. It's like if someone's on the song, give them credit that they were on the song. Don't try to make this hidden feature shit. And like
Kendrick does that a good bit.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like shout out your people that are involved with the song. Like don't have like I hate ghostwriting, obviously.
But the thing is like those always get mended over years later. Like you'll go back and look at the song and you'll see features that weren't there when you first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's crazy. What I mean?
Yeah. Anderson,
because they get their money.
On the song Blessings Reprise off Coloring Book. The last song where it's like, "Are you?" Well, they did a long credit, but like at the very end, you just kind of hear Anderson .Paak, like singing it, like the hook. I'm like, damn, that's like a pretty like low key feature right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Frank, I hear Frank in songs he's not featured in sometimes.
that's true. He Carousel off Travis Scott. He was, I'm sure Frank Ocean out like Wolves. Frank Ocean, I think that was. He's had quite a few uncredited. Definitely a lot of Tyler stuff. Definitely, Tyler has a lot of uncredited features. But yeah, that's
what you've been listening to.
That's what I've been listening to. So, and also we've been trying to do this review for a long time. We've definitely had setbacks, but finally we're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's start it out with Miss Amy.
You want to start with Amy, or you want to start with Boy Genius?
Let's start with Boy
No,
Genius.
it's up to you. What do you think? We did start with the Valerie song, so we should probably leave.
Yeah,
with
let's
that.
lead on to. So yeah, going back to Amy Winehouse. I didn't discover Amy Winehouse until after she died.
Yeah, what year did she pass?
Around 2011. My mom was like, "Hey, have you heard of this Amy Winehouse?" Yeah, she died. I'm like, never heard of her.
I know her music had a huge resurgence, like right after she passed in 2011.
Oh, I'm sure.
I feel like I heard of her a little bit before.
Her songs, like, no, I'm just like, it's just me kind of living under a rock. I'm not saying like she wasn't. If she's not under my radar, that means she didn't exist.
Did it charted before her passing, right?
No. Back to Black came out 2006.
Yeah.
That, like, Rehab was a smash, like, multi-platinum selling, like, hit song.
Yeah, so it wasn't
she did well commercially.
That's what I thought. Like, I thought Amy Winehouse was very prevalent.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying personally that I didn't hear about her until after her death, but her like the numbers, the charts, and like just her relevance in the scene, I think she was more famous for a certain like older crowd, and plus she wasn't American. So if you're not an American, it's a little bit harder to really like.
I think she touched so many niches.
I think eventually,
especially with that Back to Black album,
which that's going to be our review. Back to Black. You said it was one of the greatest albums ever.
It's up there, dude.
Expand on that.
Well, it's just like there's just so many.
Hold on. Keep going.
I don't know. Like, I always go back to like genuine or authenticity in music as like a driving factor, but also just like creative expression. And like, yeah, it can get dark if you contextualize it a little bit, but like it also makes it so much more real. And there's so many smash hits from it. And also the smash hits aren't just insipid pop bullshit. It's like real good fucking music. It's timeless. Sounds like it could have came out 20 years earlier or later. Like, that's like,
if this came out in the 50s and 60s, I think it would have stood out then. I think that's how good it is. I think in some ways it outclasses some of the sounds it was emulating.
Oh yeah,
because Amy Winehouse is such a powerful vocalist. She might not have the largest range, but goddamn, she has the most emotional, and like her words, like you could tell, like every word she like is her. Like that's her. She might have done a cover of Valerie, but she makes it in a way to make it about her. She's just really good to put her personality into her vocals, and that's what I think what separates her from a lot of singers.
So good.
She's very she was kind of like the Taylor Swift, where she had a lot of public relationships, and every album she released was after a breakup. So the first album was after a breakup with a high profile relationship. This album was after a breakup. So that's why there's a lot of like
similarities there.
Not similarities. There's a lot of like disturbing wordings, very like sad, depressing subject matter, almost to the point where like, I mean, it's pretty well known. Her mental illness is pretty prevalent. I don't know what exactly she is. I'm maybe bipolar, but she's very like one of those like people that like was just mentally unwell, and yeah, it's clearly showed in the music and clearly showed with everything in her life. She had a very crazy life. But the way that she first released Frank. No, is Frank the album? Yeah, Frank was her first album. Did pretty good, and then she caught a lot of ears, and then met up with Mark Ronson, and because it was just kind of like an authentic meetup. They were like, oh, we both have a very similar sound that we appreciate. Okay, let's see if we could make some magic. And basically the writing process was she was just writing her shit, and Mark Ronson would listen to her writing and listen to the way she makes her music, and he would develop a sound around it. And the way he did it is he brought in the backing band, the Dap Kings. The Dap Kings were originally with Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, who was like a correctional officer.
Yeah, she was not parole. She worked in jails, right?
Yeah, she was a correctional officer for like 20 years, and then she got into the scene with. You ever heard of Lee Fields? Lee Fields is kind of like so.
Yeah, he's connected to Mark Ronson somehow, right?
I don't know about Mark Ronson. I'll say this weird, but Antidote sampled a Lee Fields song. Antidote by Travis Scott sampled a Lee Fields song. So Lee Fields and the Dap Kings and Sharon Jones, they were part of this movement in the late 90s, early 2000s that was kind of like the revival of the 50s, 60s jazz, soul, R&B, Motown sound. They wanted to like revive. So if you like this, I think we should do like look into a lot of the Sharon Jones music, because it is very similar to that. But I mean, come on, like Amy's just like a one of a kind performer. I mean, she's someone you can't replace. No matter how many times you hear covers of Amy Winehouse, like you can't replace the original. She's so engaging as a vocalist, and one of the best to ever do it.
Oh yeah, hands down. Like this album has like close to no skips.
No skips. No skips. Dude, do you think like Just Friends is like kind of like a reggae ska song?
Almost.
It's got that like that reggae like vocal. I mean, chord progression.
Yeah, it's like the beats on the and beats with the guitar, right?
Also, we got to shout out the other guy, Salam Remy.
Yeah, Salam Remy.
Salam Remy. We produced some of the tracks. He originally worked with Nas a lot of Nas early 2000 stuff,
and he was like a huge DJ he DJ'd a good bit. I think that's how he got in production in that rap community.
Yep. And he produced for a lot of hip hop music. He produced a lot of big records in the industry, and Amy Winehouse was one of his like many contributions, and he had a lot of great stuff. I think he did the Teardrops on Their Own.
Oh,
which
that's my favorite song in the album.
That's your favorite song in the album?
It might be.
You know the sample, right? Ain't no mountain high. Yeah, when I heard that, I was a little bit like, okay, really? Because in I don't know, singing over samples is I was a little bit on the fence about it. But like the more I listen, I'm like, yeah, this is dope. She did the same thing. She sang over Nas Made You Look, which has like a very like street like hood rap song, but she sings over it, which is like, okay, interesting. But yeah, her singing over samples, and then obviously
she has a lot of cred in the hip hop community.
Absolutely. I mean, she did a song with Nas, Cherry Wine,
and I love the Slick Rick reference.
Dude, the Slick Rick reference caught me off guard. I'm like, you're singing this like soulful jazz, and like you're swearing, you're talking about like drinking a lot and doing drugs and smoking weed, and you're talking about a lot of these like things that
sex and abuse, and
yeah, it's like you're talking about these things that people who were making this music, they wouldn't touch that. They're a little squeakier, cleaner back in the day. Well, you got the Curtis Mayfields, who might have been a little risky. Dude, fucking Prince, 1999, he was like straight up saying fuck. Like he said fuck a lot on the album. I was like, what the? I was like baffled. I'm like, they're swearing? Where's the parental advisory sticker? Damn.
That was pre-parental advisory. That came
it started
because of hip hop.
You know what album, right?
Yeah, Straight Outta Compton.
And then the Two Live Crew. I forgot which Two Live Crew album, but those were the two that initiated the parental advisory sticker.
Yeah, they they had police units like.
Dude, imagine no Intervisions that's had the N-word, right? Like,
which I think that was like less jarring at the time, which sounds shocking.
No, I think it's because like I think it was shocking, but there was just no regulation. I don't think they really thought about the idea of censoring music until NWA was like, let's challenge this and just say fuck in every sentence. Because even in hip hop, that was pretty rare too. Like they started a new trend on just swearing in every sentence. And then you listen to freaking Explosive of 2001, and he literally, dude, that first verse is like the most vulgar verse I've ever heard in my life. Like,
fuck a bitch.
Fuck a bitch. Striptease, bitch. You better eat the dick and shut the fuck up.
Gobbling dick.
Dude, that's
such a raunchy,
I love every word of that
song.
verse because it's just like it's just dope, man. I don't know. I love hip hop, man. Hip hop is so great. But back in Black. Yeah, it's basically I think going back to having an older sound and doing it in a modern context. I feel like that's a major theme of this podcast. It's a major theme on the show. We tend to gravitate to music that is emulating an older sound, and emulating is kind of a very, you could mean it in multiple different connotations. Emulating, copying, or emulating, just paying homage to a sound that you love. And you could tell that this is a sound that both Mark Ronson, who developed this beautiful, I think one of the greatest produced like albums I've ever heard, like clean production, dude. And it just fits so perfectly. The background vocals, the horns, the everything. It's one of my favorite albums. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nothing feels out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of albums often like bounce around sounds, and I really appreciate when like an album has a sound throughout.
Yeah. It just fits my pocket too. It's like, what do I like? R&B, rap, soul.
You know who does that? Kendrick. He's never going to release a hodgepodge
This album, to me, proves that you can do jazz and soul in a modern context and still be successful. Who else was doing this sound in the late 2000s that was like selling as well as this? I don't think you were hearing a lot of that.
Justin Timberlake stole a little.
Later on, with like the
was
suit
that
and tie.
07 suit and tie?
Yeah, a little bit. He had the Pharrell and Timbaland songs.
They were trying to do some soul kind of
a little bit,
but it almost attacked it from a different lane. It was more Barry White kind of
whitewash. This one's like authentic. I felt like there's a true authenticity from this. Yeah. That because she's English too,
and this album gets no hate.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, Amy Winehouse comes off as a pretty toxic person to me. Is that just...
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, that's a artist.
I'm not going to judge her. You could separate the art from the artist, but, I mean, I don't know. Like, she's... Like, the first song, you literally... Like, someone... Like, imagine the story of, like, like, your producer and your manager and your, like... Your dad, your close friends are like, hey, you should probably go to rehab. You're like, not only do I not want to go to rehab, but I'm going to write a song, produce it with my producer, and release it and tell people why I don't want to go to rehab. It's like a sick fucking joke.
And a lot of people criticize Mark Ronson for allowing that to happen.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
But it's kind of art, bro. I get it and I don't get it at the same time. Like, I get where people are coming from. Like, yeah, you should probably step in, like, especially knowing the context of how she passed. And, like, but also, like, that's fucking art. And, like, I think it would be wrong for the producer to not let that song happen.
Like, it was, like... This is one of the lightning in the bottle like albums, There's those albums where like it was kind of the perfect storm.
All right, I want to touch on this a little bit deeper. Sorry to cut you off, but like, do you know what I'm getting at? Like how it's like the moral obligation of the producer be like, oh, should I step in or should I let this like inspiration go? Like where do you think? Do you fault Mark Ronson a little bit for that, or do you think like?
Well, I mean, it goes in. What about I'll give you another example. Pharrell and Pusha T. Pusha T, was selling dope on the street, and he was making music, and he's rapping about doing, selling dope and shit. Do you think he should have the moral obligation to be like, hey, you shouldn't do that, or just let him be him?
I could see how that's similar. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm of the opinion that, let the fucking artistic expression happen. I don't get in the way of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get where people come from, or could fault people for, I guess, aiding and abetting the behavior.
I'll give you a double-edged sword, which is like kind of like where does the moral obligation and just like what the better music. Eminem was basically on so much drugs during the late 2000s. Like he made the Slim Shady LP on ecstasy. Like he was literally just on constant amount of drugs, hungry, just wanted to make a name for himself. And he was at his, to me, peak in like 2000, 1999, 2001.
That was his thing.
He was ecstasy. He was doing everything. Like he was, I don't know, pills, shit. He was doing a lot. Yeah, he was crazy, man. And when he was on drugs, he was fantastic, lyrically on point. He wasn't like overly lyrical. He was just like good enough. And he was also super charismatic too. So he was just like on top of the world, so lovable. And then once he sobered up, he just became the most boring ass. Never made anything interesting. Just every time he tried to do his old sound, it just sounded like forced and phony. And so where does that go? Do I like him when he's like fucked up and like basically destroying his life through all the drugs and alcohol that he's consuming? Or do I have to hate on him for, bettering his life and trying to, mature as a person and grow as a person and, support him as like growing as a person? Or do I like him fucked up and just let him fuck up and try to kill himself, basically?
Yeah.
That's the conversation, and I don't know if there's really a real answer. I mean, there's going to be perspectives.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's going to be an all-knowing truth. Just like in most things in life, right?
Yeah. It's pretty deep, though. I knew this album would... That's kind of like one of the topics I wanted to bring up. It's like, that's kind of part of the whole... I think there's context matters to the...
Oh, the context makes this album. Mm-hmm. Just like I think Rumors, context makes that album, and then a lot of the Taylor Swift albums, we don't care about the context. But I think a big reason why Swifties love gravitating towards Taylor Swift music is because of the context of her personal life.
Mm-hmm. That's
why this album's so great, because she just makes better music flat out. She's just a more talented artist, in my opinion. I'm speaking for Amy. She just laid her whole, poured her whole heart and soul in the album. Like basically gave everything she got, and I think you got one of the greatest albums of all time. At least one of the best albums in the past in the 21st century.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. Like look at nowadays. Like we talk about Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, that cover I did like Amy. Bruno Mars did a tribute right after Amy died, and that's what led to Bruno Mars linking up with Brock Ronson and making Uptown Funk. And that being like, yeah, so there is a bit of a funny lineage and shit. And just the concept of bringing throwback music. I mean, going to Daft Punk and bringing back disco with Get Lucky, and now you got like Dua Lipa and Sabrina Carpenter are still making that disco sound, chasing that disco sound. I think, in my opinion, like Daft Punk kind of like reintroduced to the mainstream with Get Lucky.
Oh yeah.
And then not only did this, I think this album sparked Adele. Adele went to the same school as her, and I got my facts wrong. I thought they were friends. I thought they were close friends. I got that wrong.
They're very different ages.
No, they aren't.
Are they not?
No, they're only 5 years apart. Do you think that's different? Different.
That's a whole grade, and even in American,
I'd say
school systems.
Yeah, that's fair.
In American school systems, you would only see that person in high school.
That's true. But Adele was very she looked up to Amy.
Oh yeah.
That's probably one of her biggest inspirations. Both English, obviously. Like I said, both went to the same school, and her music is reminiscent of older black sounds. But she does it in a different way. I think she does more slower ballads and more maybe like she's
pretty
more
unique, dude. Like I put Adele up there. Up there.
Adele is pretty great. I think when we were young is the best, one of the greatest pop songs ever.
Dude, her like whole discography, like she fucking is amazing.
She has a great discography except for one song for me, and that's "Send Me to Your Lover." You know that one?
I would have to hear it.
Yeah, I don't like that song. But other than that, her spot, she has a pretty fire. I think her first album is pretty incredible too. She was only like 21 when she made that album, ironically, because it's called 19. But that's the one with Chasing Pavements and the cover of blanking Make You Feel My Love and Melt My Heart into Stone. There's just so many classic, and I don't know. I categorize these songs as like vocalist songs or like karaoke vocalist songs. Like if you're a really talented vocalist and it's your turn on karaoke, I'm gonna show off my skill and I'm gonna sing Adele or Amy Winehouse. So yeah. Well, I mean, like in the indie scene, everyone trying to do that jazz, like anyone who basically is doing a jazz sound today can be traced back to how like they do it the way Amy Winehouse did it, you know, in her own unique way.
Yeah, going back to that scene from the late 90s.
Mm-hmm. The revival of the soul music, and she kind of rode that wave. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily rode that wave, but got help from that wave with the Dap Kings. So yeah, let's
like the Sacred Souls even is another rendition of that coming back.
That's a good pull, because Three Sacred Souls I think are very, very close in spirit of the Amy Winehouse, like just reviving the old sound.
I agree.
And just doing it in a tasteful way. I think there's just a lot of, I think there's doing it in a tasteless way and then doing it in a tasteful way. I think Amy Winehouse does it in a tasteful way. And I think, what's a good example? Let's say Lil Pump for hip hop does it in a very tasteless way. In regards to like, he just does it for a quick buck and not really trying to like, you know, make an impact. You know, the song 1985 by J. Cole.
Yeah.
Let's draft from this album. I want to draft from this album.
Cool.
Let's do, you start.
3 songs
each.
I'll take The Tears Dry on Their Own.
Not a bad pick. I think you're going to be surprised with my pick, maybe. He Can Only Hold Her. I think that's my favorite song on the album. So dope. He can only for so long.
I'm going to take... I'll take Rehab. Fuck it.
Yeah. I'll take You Know I'm No Good.
God, so good.
So good.
I was thinking of doing that. I'm going to take Wake Up Alone.
Ooh.
That's my deep pull.
So that's your last pick? Give me Addicted.
Okay.
We left off Back to Black. I'm sorry, but that's...
Oh, it's so good.
This album is just no skips.
I would have done Back to Black, but Wake Up Alone just...
It's fire.
Hits for me.
Yeah, so that was Back to Black, one of the greatest albums ever. We'll take a bit of a break, and then we'll switch up to Boy Genius. That's going to be our second album. The record. Well, so, I guess you weren't in like you're not on that side of the internet.
I guess not.
Because on my side of the internet, or whatever I like, the music circles that I see, they're putting Boy Genius up there as like, you know, one of the best albums of the decade. If not the best the best album of the decade. That's tough because Melt My Eyes See Your Future by Denzel Curry is probably my pick. You still haven't heard of that. That's one of my favorite albums ever, too.
That came out in the last 6 years?
Came out in 2022.
Okay.
But yeah, we're reviewing Boy Genius, the record. This is your pick. I'm going to let you start it off.
Yeah, it's a trio. It's Lucy Dacus, Phoebe Bridges, and Julian Baker. They came together by like happenstance, I believe, like through media runs. Like they always got like lumped together in like these women in rock media runs, and they kind of joke to each other like our music doesn't sound anything alike or whatever, something along those lines.
It's almost like how the hip hop community tried to get Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole to make an album together, but they just never did. But this one actually went through with it. Yeah.
I don't know if I see that analogy fully, but yeah, like this trio like came together through that. Julian Baker and Lucy Dacus, I believe, are a couple now.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Yes. And do you know who Phoebe Bridges' partner is?
Who?
Also in music, but comedy.
Bo Burnham?
Yes. Bo Burnham.
You're lying.
No, I'm telling the truth. Like since 2022.
Wow.
Or something. But
wow.
Mainly this album's about their friendship, all three of them together. That's what, like, I don't know what drove this album. And I don't know, it's kind of sick. It's really, I didn't realize it was like held in such high regard before I listened to it. I kind of see why now.
You know what the standout song of this album is? Or like the one that kind of like...
Cool About It?
No, it's Not Strong Enough.
Not Strong Enough.
So, I want to... Do you want to get... I'll get in the... Okay, let's do this. So, I want to get into Grammy talk a little bit. Both these albums that we reviewed are Grammy winners. Did you know that? So, let me tell you... Let's start this real quick. I'm going to go... Just real quick, we're going to go to Back to Black. In 2008, Amy Winehouse won Best New Artist. Lost Album of the Year, won Best Pop Vocal Album, won Record of the Year, won Song of the Year, won Best
Who
Female
did it lose
Vocal.
Album of the Year to?
Let's find out. Rivers, the Joni Letters by Herbie Hancock. That must have been like one of the biggest, like, what do you call it? What the fuck? Graduation was that year. Foo Fighters.
Wow. There's some stiff comp.
Yeah. And
But the No Name won it?
Herbie Hancock's not
I know,
a no-name.
I know he's not a no name, but
If you're in jazz, he's like the GOAT. Like one of the GOATs in jazz.
why do I know this album? Do I know this album?
When I'm back to... That was Back to Black.
No, one album of the year.
Oh, I don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one. Who the fuck would? No, we all. No. Which I find it very ironic because this is like reminiscent of that jazz sound and an actual jazz album. I find it very ironic. Like it's pretty funny.
That is pretty
But the record also won Grammys. Not Strong Enough won Best Rock Song. What do you think of that?
What song won it?
Not Strong Enough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's rock.
Really?
I don't know. Rock is a very broad term.
It is a very broad term. I guess I just have a very... Same way with hip-hop. I have a specific, like, vision of how hip-hop works.
Rap. No, rap is more analogous to rock than hip-hop. Hip-hop is more specific. Hip-hop is like saying rock and roll. Rock and roll is more specific than rock.
Yeah. So no. I was gonna say. Okay, let me finish it. Not Strong Enough won Best Rock Performance, and then won Best Alternative Album. It was nominated for Album of the Year, but lost to. Let me find out. Oh, I think it lost to. Record of the Year. Lost to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift beat Boy Genius.
Kendrick was on there too, right? No.
SZA was on here.
No, it was SZA.
Olivia Rodrigo. Miley. And Boy Genius is kind of a sneaky album of the year. I'm like, damn. It did get like...
I'm shocked it didn't win.
Maybe because not a lot of people heard it.
Yeah.
I think a lot more people are listening to Taylor Swift. I'm not saying this is an unpopular album. Of course it has its fans, but what do you think of the album?
It's a great album. I like how it's like going back, like there's a theme throughout. It doesn't sound like nothing's too out of place. It is rock.
It's like rocked in the softest.
It takes you, and the writing is so clever. Like it makes me laugh a bunch throughout. Like I always love artists that can like make you giggle or make you laugh. Like I think that's like a good sign of writing, is having some humor.
Yeah. The only one I knew before these three was Phoebe Bridgers, and when I heard the song freaking Emily, I'm Sorry, I'm like, damn, this is such a Phoebe Bridgers song. I don't know, you probably couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Yeah.
I couldn't
Between
tell.
Lucy and Phoebe.
But I think their harmonies.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Lucy stands out way more out of all of them for me. Or like I can pick her voice out easy.
For me, Phoebe is the only one I recognize, so it's Phoebe Bridgers for me.
Well, like Hot and Heavy by Lucy is one of my favorite songs of all time.
All time?
I don't know. It's up there.
It's a really good song.
Right now. It's on repeat right now.
Did I just show you that
No,
song?
I knew about it before.
Damn. That's crazy. I would never expect that.
Dude, that song's fun as fuck.
Yeah. I love...
And it's fun fucking lyrics. Getting hot and heavy in the basement of your parents' place. Like, that's a funny-ass line. And she makes it sound good. Like, a lot... Like, if you boil it down, like, a lot of the great hip-hop lines of all time, if you say it in face value, it's just a funny line.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Everybody in the club is getting tipsy.
That's actually... what's the name? That's Shabuzi. Everybody in the bar's getting tipsy.
No, I'm everybody in the club getting tipsy.
I know. There's a common theme. Every memorable line, I think all memorable lines in music, or in hip hop at least, usually have some sort of comedic value, or some sort of memeable way to it. You know, girl, you're a lesbian, me too. Like Drake. Oh God, you can name a bunch of crazy lines, but this Not Strong Enough is probably my favorite song on the album.
Mine's probably Cool About It is up there.
I love Cool About It.
Anti-Curse is really sick. $20 is cool.
Cool About It sounds like the Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel.
That first riff is the Boxer.
That Boxer, which is funny enough because in the liner notes, she actually thanked Paul Simon she gave her like a bit of a credit for the song. I think it was because of that. It sounds like
it differs after that, but like the first met you at a dive bar.
Yeah, it's literally like I was just a young boy. What's the line?
I was just a young boy.
It's the same melody. I mean, if you that was what I noticed right away. And this album I'd say it's closer to folk than rock.
Yeah, I could see that. But folk falls under rock. No?
Yeah. This album is very sad sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of the time. Maybe most of the time. Maybe the entire time.
It's somber in some ways.
Satanist is probably another one of my favorites.
I love Satanist.
I like $20.
That's not a sad song. Satanist is not a sad song.
I know. No, these are like the more... these are like what I think of when I think of like indie music.
And it's a funny ass song, Satanist. Mm-hmm. Like, you want to be an anarchist with me?
Yeah. No, that whole album is just like
the best line is the nihilist verse. Like, do you want to be a nihilist with me? Mm-hmm. Well, if nothing really matters, well, man, that's a relief.
That's a pretty fire line. Yeah, I wonder who's like do you think they all right, or do you think there's a standout in the writing?
I the more times I listen to it over and over again, I could pick out who
writes one line. They have a very distinct writing style where you could kind of tell them apart.
And oftentimes, I feel like the ones that are singing it are the ones that wrote it. Like Phoebe with the...
That would make sense. Do
Cool
you think...
about
what was I going to say? Fuck. So who do you... So Lucas... Would you check out their solo shit after this? Like all their solo shit, like Lucy's...
Yeah, I've dived into all of them a little bit. Julian Baker's the only one I haven't...
I don't know. She's one I know the least. No, yeah. I don't know Lucas, Lucy, Dick. I thought they were all part of bands, but apparently they're all solo people.
Also, like, dude, going back to how funny some of the lines are, like, do you remember the line about, you told me you wouldn't love me if I didn't listen to this song. I couldn't tell you we were driving the wrong way on the interstate until the song was finished. I don't know. Like, it's a funny fucking line. Like she's like, I didn't say anything until the song was done. You felt like an idiot. Add an hour to the drive or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's some fucking funny ass writing, and that's about them like first kind of like becoming friends together. Like, I might like you less now that you know me so well. Like, that's also part of that song. I don't know, like the writing.
Which one was that? Anti-Curse?
No, that's not Anti-Curse. Is that Leonard Cohen? The beginning of Leonard Cohen?
Could be a Revolution Zero or Revolution.
No, I think it's the beginning of Leonard
Cohen. Or In
Cohen.
Love is a good one. I honestly...
Yeah, here it is. On the on-ramp, you said, if you love me, you will listen to this song. And I could tell that you were serious. So I didn't tell you were driving the wrong way on the interstate until the song was done. You felt like an idiot, adding an hour to the drive. But it gave us more time to embarrass ourselves, telling stories we wouldn't tell anyone else.
Which song was this?
Leonard Cohen. The beginning of Leonard Cohen.
That's pretty funny. Well, yeah, no.
And that's a funny-ass fucking song.
I think this album is, like, it is kind of no skips, but, like, of course, again, I would say, like, it's kind of like you have to be in a certain mood. I don't know if I could freely listen to this, and I don't really see myself... I might return to a couple of the songs.
Where I saw myself listening to it most was, like, in the morning, getting ready, or, like... I definitely wasn't listening to it too much at night.
No, it's too bummer.
I was very, chill in the chill room. I wouldn't call it a bummer.
It does make, it's like sad, like, I get like sad girl vibes.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
A lot of music's sad.
But this is like really sad.
Hey Ya is really sad.
Nah, I'm bumping Hey Ya.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a sad ass
song.
but
y'all don't care. You just want to dance. But no, realistically, of course, that's like the whole. Oh, it sounds happy, but it's actually a really sad song. But you play that song in a club, people are still gonna sing along to it. It's not like they're gonna sing to it and just be all sad and shit. They're gonna have fun with it. Like, Andre 3000 is my favorite. I'm going to sing along to this song. That's how people react to Al. They're not going to be like, oh, this song's so sad. I'm going to cry. When I listen to fucking this album's so sad. I might want to cry. Yeah. It's a pretty good album. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I could see why it charted worldwide, number one in a few countries.
This album will be, I think, give it time. It's going to be, if it's not already like an instant classic, I think it will be.
Oh, yeah.
Because this album's, people would call them a supergroup.
Oh, yeah.
And
we love us some supergroups.
We love us some supergroups. Do you want to go back and forth and name a couple famous supergroups throughout history?
I'm down.
Okay.
Should I start?
No duos. We made a rule. Duos do not count.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I'll let you go first.
Cream.
I guess we're going obvious. Should we continue with the Eric Clapton and just go with Blind Faith?
Sure. Would you call adding Young to Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young a supergroup?
Absolutely, I would count it as a supergroup.
Okay. All right, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna go with Beast Coast. It's a rap pro era with Joey Badass, Underachievers, and Flatbush Zombies all joined together to create Beast Coast, which is like the East Coast 2010s kind of underground scene. Beast Coast.
I'll stick with hip hop. I'll go D12.
That's not a supergroup.
That's not a supergroup?
I'm not good.
Why not?
Because those guys.
What about Black Hippie?
No.
What?
They never made an album together. But D12 is a group. That's a group.
That's not a supergroup?
It's a group that Eminem had. He brought a bunch of his childhood friends together and made a rap group.
Okay.
Just like G Unit. G Unit did the same thing. He brought a bunch of his childhood friends and made a rap group.
Oh, those are so close to supergroups.
Odd Future is a collective. I'm not counting Odd Future. It's got to be like
I was trying to stay in hip hop.
Like think about Cream. Think about
mine.
Cream. Cream had like people from different bands. I think you're missing kind of a pretty fire one.
Audio Slave? I'll take them.
Let's continue it with the grunge scene.
I like the fire reference because their album cover.
Yeah, I'll continue the grunge scene trend, and we'll go Mad Season.
Oh, there's some good ones still, huh?
I think I got like two more in mind.
Fuck. Is Jefferson Airplane technically a supergroup?
I'm not counting that.
Didn't they have like a something airplane as a supergroup? Whatever. I might be wrong there. I'm kind of at my wit's end on I'll take Boy Genius. Fuck it.
Honestly, I was gonna take Boy Genius if you weren't gonna take it.
I don't know why they didn't even cross my brain for some damn reason.
Okay, I'll throw in the rest. You actually named this one, The Highwaymen.
Yeah, The Highwaymen.
And
that had
like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and other.
It was Cash in it.
I think Cash was in it. You're right. But the last one I want to name is the Traveling Wilburys, which it consists of like
Dylan's kid.
No, that's the Wallflowers.
Oh, I fucking
the Traveling Wilburys consists of George Harrison, Roy Orbison, Bob Dylan. Pretty solid supergroup. The only problem is that they're all in their 50s and past their prime. So I wouldn't like necessarily call it the supergroup the way like Boy Genius. They're all in their freaking prime. Like that's a supergroup. Cream, they were all in their prime. That's a supergroup. Traveling Wilburys, I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't say it's bad music, but like I said, they aren't like in their creative peaks. So yeah, I think that's we covered all the pretty decent ones. LSD.
Oh, LSD would be a great one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Diplo, Sia, and Labyrinth.
Yeah. One more thing I want to do is what do you want to do with this? Want to do a game with this album, or because I got like let's see what games I got. Because I did want to work on this.
Cut Keep.
All right. That. Keep 3, Cut 3. The record by Boy Genius.
You know, said Joy Division, didn't you?
We should review Joy Division. I think that would be a great album to review.
Yeah, great album cover. One of the goats.
I don't have.
You know the album cover I'm talking about? With like it looks like ridges.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's so cool looking.
First song, Not Strong Enough.
I'm keeping, of course.
Of course. $20.
Oh, I'll keep. I think you're boxing me into a corner.
Satanist.
Oh, dude. Just because I know I have to keep another one, I have to cut it.
Damn, you're cutting Satanist?
I want to keep it.
You want to keep it?
I want to keep it, but I'm going to cut it.
Anti-curse.
You bastard. I'm going to keep it. All right, what am I cutting?
Cool About It.
I know I want to keep that one, but
and then True Blue.
Yeah, whatever, man. So, this game sucks.
So is that a sign that this album is just really that good?
Yeah.
You really like? Yeah. I think you might. Yeah.
It made me upset that I had to cut all bangers.
Yeah, we finally did that. Do you want to? I want to end it off with get some Grammy predictions.
Oh, dude, I don't even know what's going on.
All right.
I'll be real.
Want me to inform you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's pull.
Please. Here, let me grab something while you pull that up.
Okay. So the Grammys is in 16 hours as we speak.
16 hours?
16 whole damn hours. And funny enough, okay, yeah, we're in the 68th annual Grammys.
Fuck.
We'll just do the big five. And I haven't heard a lot of these songs, I'm not going to lie. Record of the year, DTMF, Bad Bunny.
Okay. That's a pretty good album.
That's a song.
Oh, it's record. Sorry, I was thinking album of the year.
Man-Child, Sabrina Carpenter, mid. Anxiety, Doechii.
That's probably going to win it.
Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. The Subway, Chappell Roan.
Why are there so many nommed? How many are nommed for record of the year normally?
I'm used to 5, but they extended it to 8 just to give more songs some their due. And then let me finish. Apathy by Rose and Bruno Mars. Whack.
No, I think Anxiety. Or what was the 5th one you named?
Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Luther by Kendrick Lamar.
Luther, good.
The Subway, Chappell Roan.
All right, it's either Subway or Anxiety.
Okay, fair. Album of the year, Bad Bunny, DTMF. Swag, Justin Bieber. Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter. Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips. Mayhem, Lady Gaga. GNX. Oh, yeah. By the way, my prediction is going to be DTMF, Bad Bunny, for record of the year. So, album of the year. So we said Man's Best Friend, Clips, Lady Gaga, Mayhem, GNX, Kendrick Lamar, Leon Thomas, Mutt, and then Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. Want my honest opinion?
Chromacopia.
I want Chromacopia to win this out. I love Chromacopia.
I could see Bad Bunny winning it. I could see Kendrick winning it.
If Kendrick wins it, it's gonna give me a headache. I don't like him winning it. Kind of cheapens the either him or the Grammy. I don't know. Yeah, give me Bad Bunny. I will also want the Clips. Clips would be awesome to win. I don't think they will though.
What are you calling the album?
Which album?
The Bad Bunny one. DTMF.
DTMF.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. I don't know. Debbie tirar más fotos. Sorry, I'm not speaking Spanish.
That album is pretty good.
I have not given a listen. We got to add it to the reviews.
Oh, dude. After this, let me play you my favorite song.
Should we make this one of the albums we play tomorrow? Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, we should just do it.
Song of the year.
On the course.
Yeah.
Let's traumatize those Payson residents.
Yeah, why not? Song of the year, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, Anxiety, Doechii, Apathy, Rose, Bruno Mars, DTMF, Bad Bunny, Golden, Demon Hunter, K-pop, Luther, Kendrick, Man-Child, Sabrina Carpenter, Wildflower, Billie Eilish. So, you know the difference between record of the year and song of the year? Song of the year is only about the songwriting, and record of the year is about
everything.
I don't know. Probably DTMF. Give me Bad Bunny again. It's a weak list. Like Luther, really? Like you could have done Resurrection, or what's that song? Resurrected. Dude, him rapping as Tupac and like in stories of like freaking like an old jazz artist into like a different story of like, I don't know. He has so many better written songs on GNX than freaking Luther. Who do you got?
Bad Bunny.
This one's interesting. Best New Artist. Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias. Bullshit. The Marias have been around for basically almost a decade before this. So they were all a bunch of dumbasses. Addison Rae, TikTok star. Somber, pretty cool pick. Kid.
I like Somber.
He's only 19. He's a kid. Leon Thomas, Andre from Victorious. Not a best new artist. He's been doing this shit since he was 20 years old. He's been writing music for other people. And then Lola Young, who's the one who had to like, you heard her, what happened to her recently? She had to like go to the hospital and shit because she had to stop her tour.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they'll give it to her for sympathy reasons. I won't be surprised. She hasn't done anything in the last year, but I think she does have star potential. If I had to pick, probably... Oh, Alex Warren. I forgot to mention Alex Warren. He's pretty forgettable. Great first name, though. Let's go with Olivia Dean. I'm gonna take Olivia Dean. I would laugh if the Marias won because like that's kind of like a slap in the face to them and not, like discredits their whole indie run they've had for like like almost a decade, dude. It's crazy. So, yeah, those are the big five that I wanted to name. Do you want to do hip hop or do you really? Hip hop didn't really have much. Yeah, I think.
No, I think that's good, bro.
Let's get a stop it there.
Let's do it to it.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.